What's going on YouTube? This is Martin McFly and I'm coming to you guys with another video for today. So for today guys, this is the most exciting video that I think I might make of this year. Because to me personally, I think this is the shoe of the year, sneaker of the year, whatever you guys want to call it. And I don't think there's anything close to it. I think this is number one, and then everything else is just fighting for second place. And again, it's not even close to me, of course, in my opinion. So it is going to be on the Chicago Jordan 1s, aka the Lost and Founds, which of course you guys already know. It is definitely a concept by Jordan Brand. Basically has to do with how they started, going back to like the earlier days of sneakers. I'm sorry guys, there's like mosquitoes everywhere here. And so basically the story is about how these are generally sneakers that were found in the back of like mom and pop stores, in the back of the sneaker rooms. And then you'll see them like this, where the boxes are not gonna be like aligned and they're gonna be all beat up and vintage looking. So here's the box guys. You've seen a million videos of these already, I'm pretty sure, but I will be doing a comparison. This is why I think I'm gonna actually contribute to a better video. So let's just get right into it. I'm just gonna show you guys what the shoes come with. As you guys can see, it does come with a receipt by a store that's not really real. It's called Sandy Bros, and it basically just reflects how back then shoes were bought, like when you bought them with a credit card or with like cash. I mean, still to this day, I mean, there is pawn shops that I've been to where they do stuff like this still. I don't know why, but yeah. And then here comes the paper. It does come with a newspaper-esque looking type of individual paper. And then at the right here, it comes with a secondary white paper, and that's pretty much it when it comes to like the paper itself. But I will get into the shoes, but before I do that, I definitely do want to show you guys the other box of the 2015 Chicago's, by the way. So let me get that for you. So guys, here goes the other box. This is the 2015, basically the same box that still to this day Jordan Brand uses. These are a size 5. Oh, and by the way guys, I forgot to mention, they're both GS sizes. The recent one is 5.5. This one, the 2015, is a size 5Y. Again, the box is a little banged up because it's pretty old. So yeah, this is the box, of course, of the 2015 Chicago's. And here's a quick overview, or should I say a comparison of both boxes. Again, as you guys can see, they are definitely different, but the same at the same time. But yeah, that's pretty much the boxes guys. I'm not gonna get too deep into the boxes, just boxes. I definitely think that the stars of this video are the shoes. So bam, here goes the Lost and Found Chicago's. As you guys see, they have gotten the full vintage treatment, and Jordan Brand did an amazing job of recreating how 85s look like nowadays, not how they look like back then, which is the funny part. Because obviously back then they look brand new. But as you guys can see, the vintage ashy sole, which does happen because I've actually had Chicago's from 94 or 95, I think it is. I think it's 94. I actually used to have them dead stock, and the packaging was amazing and the shoes were amazing, but eventually I ended up selling them because there was no use for me to have a shoe that old, even though they are wearable. So I'm just gonna give you guys basically an overview of these shoes itself. My favorite part, honestly guys, don't get me wrong, the whole shoe's fire, but I love this tongue. I don't know what it is, but this vintage looking tongue slash like the way that the shape is, because I don't know if you guys know, but this shape exact of the tongue is actually of the 85s, which I will show you guys when I show you the 2015. So here goes the back, and there you guys can see the cracking, and then there is that crackle effect on the leather. Hopefully you guys can see it. There you go. I think you guys can see it there, but there you go. And then here goes, boom, the 2015, but that stock, by the way, still hasn't been worn. Here they go in all their glory. Boom, boom, boom. As you guys can see, this is the bottoms. They still don't have that ashy look yet because, like I said, they're still dead stock, and I've stored these pretty well. I'm gonna show you guys the inside. It does have that Nike Air, but it's in black. And I'm gonna show you guys right now the first difference, which I was talking about earlier, which is the tongues. As you guys can see, the recent Chicago's have been Nike opted in to actually give them an 85 shape with the tongues. As you guys can see, I already showed you guys before. It does have like extra curves on it, and these are the 2015. So you guys can see there's already a big difference on that. Another difference that I can show you guys from both models is definitely the toe box. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to catch it, but I want to say that 2015 has more of a pointier type of toe box. I won't be able to show you guys like in this point of view. It's more like this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this looks kind of like more like a pointy boxier version. Like it kind of has like this like boom boom type of thing. Like it's like perfectly like cut to like, you know. And this one is more like a rounded toe box. You see, it's more like a slight curve. Like it just smoothly goes into that transition of the toe box, which is pretty cool. And then here goes the backs. Hold on, let me put this a little more lower. I don't know if you guys can notice, but man, that tongue on the recent ones are really tall. Like, that's a pretty tall tongue. But here goes the difference. I think this one has more like of an hourglass shape. Like it's very out there. You guys can see this one's more like more narrow. So that was like the hourglass, but it's very faint. This one's very broad, like it's very wide. As you guys can see, this is the insides. As you guys can see on there, and of course the midsole on these are white. It was not vintage treated. There's definitely no treatment on the 2015s. This one you can see is a sale. And something that is very, I mean, I think they do it more on GS sizes now, but something you notice now is that GS sizes, Jordan Brand actually does put good quality materials in there. As you guys can see, this one does have a nice tumbled / soft leather. Even on the toe box, you probably can't see it, but yeah. The GS sizes, they opted in with this cheap McDonald's leather. I guess it's kind of soft, but it's really not soft, really. It's just more because, you know, like there's really nothing there. But yeah, that's the leather. It's really cheap. The men's sizes were better. But yeah, that's pretty much that. And then, like I said, the bottoms. This one's like where the difference is like night and day. You guys can see the vintage treatment is definitely there. It's crazy. I don't know, they kind of went a little ham on this pair because I have another size. This is a 5.5. I have a size 7, and it doesn't have the vintage vibe on the soles as much as this one. So they went a little ham on this one. So yeah, and then these, they both bring extra laces. This one brings extra laces, but already on the shoe, like they used to do it back in the days. This one, unfortunately, I don't have the extra laces, but they did come with extra white and red laces. I just don't have anymore because they were lost. But yeah. So guys, let me show you now the Wings logo. As you guys can see, man, I'm sorry guys, like, I don't know why my face is coming up a little too much. But the logos that they went on this one is the embossed logo, and then this is the debossed, which is that this one is more poking outward, and this one is inside, like it's like stamped in. This one is more like stamped in out. I don't know if that makes sense, but you guys know what I'm talking about. This one has more the 85 treatment. This is like the most recent, you know, retro and highs. And I don't know if you guys notice, this one doesn't have it, but on these it has like kind of a treatment on the actual red leather. I don't know if you guys can peep that, but it's like it almost gives it like a vintage vibe, because my 94 Chicago / 95s, I don't know, it had this kind of look to it. Like it wasn't like, I'm not saying that the leather looked dull, but it had like kind of a type of like aged look to the leather. I don't know if that makes sense, but this has it. And I think the way they did this, they probably had to do like some type of treatment on the leather, or some type of like layering, but it looks like it's gonna bleed. I don't know why, but this red looks like it's gonna bleed. So I'm pretty sure that if you were to clean these are definitely going to bleed out, because like I'm saying, you could actually look at the pores of the leather and it looks like it's been treated, and it must be because of this color slash like look that they wanted to give us. But it's awesome. I personally like it. Again, I don't think it's gonna look cool long term because of like the bleeding, but yeah, here goes the laces. They come like that wrapped up. These are different because the inside is actually how the OGs were, which is that they have a red Nike Air inside. Like I told you guys, the inside of these is black. And also what's crazy is that the actual insole is like a sail color, so it does look vintage. This one's pure white. But that being said, guys, let me know in the comments how you guys felt about this video. Did you like it? Which one do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer the 2015s? I know these are GS sizes, but for those that have men's sizes, let me know. Or do you guys prefer the recent ones? Again, not to be biased, I personally think that the recent ones are the best because that vintage look is just amazing, and the way that they kind of made them look like a form of the 85s is what really drew me into these. Thank you for watching this video. This has been Martin McFly. Have a good one. Peace.